Hey, what's up guys? Saint here, and today we're going to be running a quick solo guide on how you can get the new perk on, or the random rolls rather, for the Hawkmoon inside of Destiny 2 on reset. And I did call it from the video from last week as well. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So I'm going to say this early on, doing this solo is incredibly hard, okay? Like, I'm going to tell you, there are ads in here that will pretty much one-shot you, even if you're at 1280 power level like I am. So do keep that in mind when you're going through this. If you decide to do it solo, I would recommend doing it with other players, but I did it solo. I did die a lot. It was really frustrating, but definitely want to make sure I get that PSA out early. Other than that, few things that you do want to mention, I do want to mention really quick. There are going to be void shields, solar shields, unstoppable champions inside of this mission as well. Now, to get started with the mission, you got to head over to the EDZ, back into the Tross land really quick. As soon as you're in the Tross land, you're just going to run over to the right there to the end of the buildings where you can see all these players jumping up. Once you get up here, there's going to be a chimney on the very bottom. You need to have the Hawkmoon equipped to do this. You're going to shoot it with the Hawkmoon. You're going to walk on inside. Boom, there's the mission. You're going to go ahead and load that up. Once you get inside the mission here, I go ahead and ran this on a 200% speed so you can see this really quick. You're going to, run through all these little, crevices in the wall and everything. There's going to be another crevice down here, as you can see, more and more. It just keeps going and going and going. Once you get down here to the reservoir, it's going to unlock. You're going to run up the stairs. Now, this did take me a minute to figure out for the jumping puzzle, but you're going to jump down here to this tree branch. I recommend having a sword on to make sure that you can do this entirely. I did this on the Titan to make it the most easy. So you're going to jump all the way down to the bottom of the dam here, and then you're kind of just going to run along the trim line of the dam. As you can see, once you get here, you can see there's a platform up there at the top of the dam. You're gonna jump on this ledge. I did mess it up a few times because I did not have higher jump on, unfortunately. So I went ahead and swapped to the high jump. Once you have the high jump on with the Titan class, then you'll be able to make it no problem. Once you get up to the top, you're gonna go ahead and continue down this piping into this next area over here, and you're just gonna follow all these stairs essentially until you run into this huge room in here. Now, there is a lot of ads inside of this room, and they do a ridiculous amount of damage. I did die a number of times trying to do this myself, trying to run this with the sword and break shields and all that. So you have 3 of these emissaries you need to go ahead and defeat. They're going to be, all 3 of them are going to start inside of this huge room that I'm inside of right now, inside of the clip. You're going to keep running all the way back. You're going to run into all 3 of them. You're not going to kill them. You're going to not end up knocking all their health down really low, and then they're going to disappear out. And then once they all disappear out, then toward the middle of the map, there's going to be a room, a hallway you can go down. You're going to go down the hallway, kind of work your way through the labyrinth and everything. Once you're through the labyrinth inside of the mission, then you'll be able to get into this room where the very first feather is actually going to be located on top of these grates here. As you can see, when you pick up this feather, it's going to go ahead and give you 3 of the parasail feathers, and you do need to collect those parasail feathers if you plan on getting the new exotic ship that's attached to this. As you keep going, once you collect this first feather, it's going to bring you to this boss room inside of here from the Lake of Shadow Strike. Now, you need to be very careful when you solo this. I did sit back here. As you can see, I'm sitting behind these like rocks on the right-hand side. I use these the most because the thrall can't grab you in this spot. They can't jump on you or nothing, and it gives you the most cover to be able to shoot the ads the best as possible. Inside of this room, there are some unstoppable champions that are going to go ahead and spawn. You go ahead and kill all those ads and everything, survive the fight. It's kind of a doozy if I'm being realistic about this fight entirely. But once you get through it, you've killed all of the ads and everything. It's going to go ahead and pop up with some more parasail feathers, and then you're going to keep going down the remainder of the jumping puzzles. The second feather is going to be located on this cliff. As you're just going through the mission, you'll be able to see it. It's super obvious when you're running down that corridor. You're going to go ahead and grab this feather off of the rock, and then it'll give you 4 more of the parasail feathers, as well as the last one will be toward the end of the mission when you'll see this one as well glowing in the distance on the rock off to the right. You'll be able to see it after you get through this jumping puzzle. And then the last fight. Now listen, I died almost killing this boss like 4 times. Okay, I'm literally irritated with having to deal with that. His fire that he shoots at you will basically one-shot you, so do not stand in that. What I did is I ran the long shadow with the, this is the seasonal scout rifle because it's void, and there's a lot of void shields inside of this fight. And then you're going to need the solar. I went ahead and ran the avalanche because the knights are really, really far away, and it's better to just shoot them with the avalanche, take out their shields, and then run the long shadow to kill them and clean them out. You're going to go ahead and run through these phases where you kill all these ads. They're going to kill the knights, and then the boss is going to basically keep respawning in and out. You're going to shoot him and kill him. After you finish killing him and everything, and that is all done and complete, then you'll be able to go ahead and collect the upgraded Hawkmoon out of the chest. Now, I don't know if it's normal or not, but it does give you the catalyst for sure, and it gave me 2 Hawkmoons, 2 different rolls. On mine, I got the rangefinder roll, which is super awesome. We're going to be running a review as soon as I get the catalyst done for it, which I'm working on right now. But if you take a look at the catalyst, it's actually pretty enticing on its own. You know, it does increase the magazine size, which I thought it was going to do, and grants increased handling and reload speed, which this thing drastically needs, and then weapon range. So we're going to find out just how nasty this 140 can compare to the 120 RPM meta that we're experiencing right now inside of PvP. But I'm interested to see how this is going to do. And then, you know, all of those stats are based upon the parasol charges, basically getting kills with the Hawkmoon to get those granted bonuses and stats. But nonetheless, I think Hawkmoon definitely has a on paper, as a very good opportunity to be able to outpace a lot of the 120 RPM hand cannons inside of the game right now. So guys, this is the solo guide for how to do this mission. It was a doozy, but take your time, do not rush through it, and you'll be okay. Just try to run as much anti-shield and stay as far away as possible, and that would be good. Guys, thank you so much for coming and watching today's video. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys in the next one.